we've launched Global Site in about 2009 or 2010, and since then we've added on a classroom site for manual small incision education and a site really for residents, Yo2Go and fellows. And so this was a little early version of Missionize Network, and we've really launched into the Global Site. And I'll go fairly quickly here, but we've been working with Astros Foundation. They have been just phenomenal, and I give really Dr. Chang a lot of the credit, but there's many others as well, and Dr. Crandall as well, that have just been really supportive of this kind of effort. So essentially what we're trying to do with this effort in going forward is to engage doctors, to give them the knowledge and equip them with the educational things that they need to know from news and what meetings are important, where they get training at. Mm-hmm. And essentially, this is our videos. You have the sound on that? I'm not going to play more than about 30 seconds of that. You ready? So I'll move on, but if you want to watch that video, that is online. Some of the unique things that we have, really, this is a community website. This is not something that is meant for just getting information, but if you have tips, and if you have reflections, opinions, how-to pieces, you don't have to go to a journal necessarily to leave something. If you got something you say, I didn't get published, but you want to put it up here, our editorial process is more lax. But we do have editors to look at that, and we don't put everything on. So, but anyhow, we do want information that's been helpful, and so you'll find a lot of tips online there. And so here's some recipes for cataract surgery using LR. How do we prepare? Here's tips from Swaziland, how to do the Blumenthal, how I use the anterior chamber maintainer. So these are the kind of tips we want. So if you've got something you go, this works great for me, and you want to share that, please do. We want that information online. For an educational menu, if you see an article, you say, that really needs to be on Global Site. David sends me articles. Please send articles, and that will get online. So we have sort of a compendium. Baxter McLendon is a wonderful doctor who's been doing a blog, and he's got probably 60, 70 entrees. He tries to do one every month or two, and he only emails that, and it gets put up on the website, just one email. And so his blog is wonderful. This is his latest blog, actually. Actually, no, I take that back. He's got a part 2, but post-Ebola survival. He said, I'm finally made it. All my ophthalmic life I wanted to work for medicine with Doctors Without Borders, and so he's been in Liberia working with uveitis and whatnot and Ebola, and here's one of his early blogs, and you can contact him and ask him questions. So Baxter's the guy in the middle there, and he's been associated with the AAO Rotary program. So he's been very involved over 30 years in many, many countries. Now we do have 2 manuals that we've digitized, and one is the Himalayan Cataract Project manual for manual small incision cataract surgery, and we also have the Aravind manual that has been available for iPad, so many of you may know about that. We have a listserv, and we have probably 70 doctors around the world that are on this listserv, and then occasionally we'll have some discussion on it. So if you are interested in joining that, you'll hear. But this is not just a U.S. group for sure. I would say probably half, at least, or more are international docs, and so there's a lot of docs that are very involved day to day. New thing that we've launched, this is recent, is tips for surgical scrubs. We have a series of lectures on principles, medication tracking, how to care for instruments, and scrubbing specifically for M6. We do try to maintain a database of how do you get trained for M6 on a hands-on basis, not just the wet labs, but these are actually in this hemisphere and then going to Aravind and whatnot. Camp Diego has been going for quite some years. We have probably 22 doctors on our wait list right now that are trying to do something more locally. So we're partnering in different areas, and so if you are aware of training opportunities, even if you have an opportunity, let's say the Moran has an opportunity to take someone, you say, we have a spot and we would dedicate to training, we would put that on here, and certainly we would find you somebody in a heartbeat. because we have requests almost every week for that sort of need. The directory really essentially has many different organizations, and you can see there are many organizations that we touch base with, and then we have a detailed page for each mission. The core of this really is the opportunity, the mission map, and we've kind of supercharged it here. We're calling it the eHarmony of ophthalmology missions. And we want to do this in a smarter way. We want to try to couple people's skills and to give them the best experience, to encourage them to be repetitive, mission-minded customers here. And so our map, you can go and look around the world, see where people are going, and see what fits with you. You can click and find the summary, go right to and find the details, and if you want to inquire, you inquire directly with them on that. So we're working with different organizations that have, and you can look at it in a list form, which is sortable. You can filter it, and we've added now positions and language in addition to specialty. And so this is going to be released within the next month. There is a current version, but this is sort of the level 2 version. And the level 2 version has alerts, so you can leave what you want to hear about. I want to hear about anything that's happening in Armenia, Bolivia, or that needs a cornea specialist, or needs somebody that speaks Chinese. And then you get an email that alerts you. We actually have a registry, and we have about 80 doctors in our registry now that we catch their classification, their skill set, what languages they speak, if they're proficient in M6, their availability, and their contact information, and then their privacy requests, because we're going to allow the agencies actually to contact them directly, depending on their request, if they want to be contacted directly. Our webinars have been going about twice a year, and we actually have quite a nice history of webinars that we've done, starting with Jeff Tabin and Matt Oliver was our first webinar, but you can see a series of them. We've had, Dr. Harapriya and Dr. Chang and Dr. Friedman Summer. We've had Victoria Sheffield and her crew. Marty Spencer's done one on M6, and Baxter's done one. So we've had a lot of fun with those, and we have them archived so you can easily find them and watch them to your heart's content. Our next upcoming webinar is Now is the Time Getting Involved with Global Ophthalmology Early, starring Dr. John Welling, and that will be June 28th, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I guess I forgot to put that on there, so you can see that online. Our resources in terms of our 2 extras, the M6 classroom really was put together specifically to discuss questions about M6 specifically and put the videos together for M6. And so we try to do that a little bit. We need more organization yet but we have a lot of great videos that are top-notch videos. And so we've done a kind of a course work there of the steps of M6 and beginning, advanced, or beginner, or intermediate. Here's actually a live surgery course that was done last year in Dallas with Dr. Glenn Strauss, and so he's talking to the audience, and these are 4 different cases. Then our last effort here is the Yo2Go effort. And Yo2Go really is recognizing that residents, fellows, and medical students needed other information, different things, and have different discussions than doctors who are done. And so essentially we have blogs there, we have articles, must-see lectures, funding opportunities for them, and we are working with residency liaisons from around the country. The couple of key people who have been involved with this is Dr. John Welling and Dr. Anya Gushin, who I think you guys know well at the Moran. And they've been involved for several years, even before they were at the Moran. And I think that may have been, I don't know if that was one of the reasons that they were interested, but here's our liaisons right now that we have. And here's an example of a blog that we're linked to. This is John's blog from Ethiopia that was just this year. And here's a picture of Anya Gushin in Papua New Guinea. And so our needs, this is my last slide, and the needs that we have, we need more collaboration. If you know about meetings that need to be on the website, if you know about wet labs, please let us know. If you have tips, opinions, and reports, something that you think would be wonderful for this, we're recording lectures like this because this is the key information. You guys, Moran is an incredible resource. I think they're an incredible example for residencies around the U.S. And so we're certainly trying to touch base with Wills and with Wilmer and with Emory and with Nebraska and Moran and Casey and the institutions that are really committed to this and inspire other institutions for what they might do. It may look different, but I'm just really proud of the Moran. I could use an editor if someone's interested in editing educational pieces or things that partners submit, if you're interested in helping with classroom development. And of course, if you know residents that would be involved in being a liaison, we can engage with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stan.